Hi everyone, how are you? Hope you're enjoying your afternoon. I'm just wanted to pop in here and chat to you about paint colours because you might have seen my post a few days ago where I was trying to choose a colour to paint my bedside tables. This is in preparation, but the colour of them is this bluey colour, which is called winter grey. And what I've been trying to do is to change them up so that they tie in with this beautiful quilt. I don't know if you can see that quilt, but it's a natural linen quilt that my mother-in-law made during lockdown. It's completely fantastic, but this blue colour was just looking horrible next to it, even though it's actually a nice blue. So what I have done is, this is the first bedside table, one of two, and it looks like a kind of just a heavy cream colour, right? What I did was, when I asked for your opinion, I got some really great feedback, and funnily enough, quite a few of you said that you liked this travertine colour. It's from the Artisan range. It's a really lovely sort of heavy cream mixed with this mocha. So I was actually going to do a bit heavier on the mocha, but when I started it, the mocha was looking just a little bit too dark in comparison to the quilt. So there you can see the finished one, whoops, and the quilt next to each other. Not great lighting, but you get what I mean. So what I've ended up doing is I've mixed up quite a batch of this colour, and now I'm doing the second one. And I just wanted to show you this because so many people ask me about can you paint over the top of things which are already painted, and the answer is yes, you absolutely can. Now sometimes you don't know what paint someone has used on a surface. This one I do know because it was me and it was chalk paint. It did have a good coating of wax on it. So in this instance, what I've done is I've given it a really good clean. I use these sugar soap wipes, which are brilliant because they kind of cut through grease and dirt and everything else. I've given it a really, really good clean. You can see these kind of ugly marks here where I've taken off handles. I've given it a light scuff with sandpaper all over because there was little lumps and bumps and imperfections, and in fact this is the one my husband has on his side of the bed, and I can see he spilt coffee and all sorts of things on top of it. So I've given it a really good clean, and that's kind of the preparation I've done. I haven't actually, what I would often do is, done, if you can see here, I often tape off the edges of things to keep them really beautiful, but in this instance I'm just going to paint as neatly as I can round the door and so on, and then I've got just a damp cloth, and what I do is paint it all over, then go in, just do some wiping of the edges. If you're not happy with that, you can always sand off any blobs that you make, but maybe you're really neat painters and you don't do blobs anyway, so that's good. Anyway, if you're watching, hi Michelle, how are you? Hope you're doing all right. I'm trying to keep busy during this weird lockdown, so shoot me any questions if you want. If I don't see your questions, please post them in the comments below, because I can answer everything later. Hello, thank you for the heart. Yeah, so do post any comments you may have. I'll show you the paint colour. It's kind of like, you know, that sort of coffee ice cream colour. And with the chalk paint, if you haven't used it, I know a lot of you have who follow my page, but if you haven't, it's beautiful to work with because it just goes on like, you know, like velvet. It's so thick and yummy. So I'm going to do 2 coats on this. I'm going to do one all over. Generally you see paint brush marks with the first coat. Let it dry properly. In this heat today, it'll only take 20 minutes to dry. Then I'm going to do a second coat. And then what I'll do is I'll check that these two are exactly the same colour, because when you're blending paint colours, I have found it's really easy to get them slightly different. That is a mistake I've made before. So I've made up quite a big batch of paint. I'm going to make sure before I put my final sealer on both of them, they're absolutely the same colour. Sand off any blobs, marks and so on, and then I'm going to do a top coat. I'm going to use a matte varnish for my top coat, which is really durable. I'll probably do 2 coats like right on the top, because then if anyone spills anything, you know what it's like. You can just wipe it clean. So thank you everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini tutorial, and do feel free to send me a comment or emoji, and I hope you're going to have a nice Christmas. I send you all my love and best wishes for a happy Christmas. It's a weird one this year, but hope you get through it. See you soon.